Hey kids, I am going to be making cottage cheese. Why? Because I don't like the stuff they make in the store. Way too salty for people who really want to try to eat healthy. So I've gotten some things out for the cook. I'm going to show you what I want to do. I'm going to get things started, and then we'll keep checking back and forth on it. So hang on, let me show you what I got. Okay, to make cottage cheese is very simple. You just need about 4 different ingredients. You need some good whole milk. I prefer organic milk, some white vinegar, some heavy cream, and some salt. A pan to cook, meat thermometer, and a colander with some cheesecloths in it, and a pan that I like to catch all of the whey in. So I'm going to get the milk poured in there, add the few ingredients, and let it start to get warmed up. Okay, so this is the longest part of the whole thing. We have this gallon of milk in this pan, and I have a meat thermometer, and as you can see, the meat thermometer is indicating that the temperature is really pretty low. It's about 60 degrees. It's got to get up to about 120. I've got the adjustment for the heat about a 4. I might turn it up to about a 4.5 or so. So I'm just stirring and checking the temperature and letting it warm up slow. And then we're going to add our vinegar and start the cottage cheese process. So just got to be patient. It'll give you worth it, though, I promise you. Okay, it's been a bit. We're going to check the temperature again and see what it says. Oh, we're getting closer. I hope. There, you can see it now. It's about 90 degrees. We need to get 120. We're getting closer. So I'm just going to keep stirring and keep waiting. And it'll all be good here shortly. Alrighty, let's check it out and see what it says. Okay, yep, we're right at that magic sweet mark, 120. I know that if I leave it in there a little bit longer instead of shaking it in front of you, it'd be better. There we go. See, right at 120, which is good. And I can tell that because it's starting to steam, and that's a good thing. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pour the vinegar in and let you watch the magic. This is white vinegar. I'm just going to pour that in here. And you're already starting to see the magic happen here. I'm going to turn the heat off and just slowly stir this in. And if you can start to see, you can start to see the curds of the cottage cheese starting to form already. We're just going to very gently just stir this around a little bit. And you're going to start to see the milk disappear and the whey start to come in and the curds develop. I try really hard not to stir this too heavy or too hard, because when you do that, then you end up with really mushy cottage cheese, and I don't want that. So I just stir it gently. There we go. Now where the magic is happening. Check that out. All right, so I'm going to stir this a little bit more, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's all incorporated and we got those curds in the whey. Oh, there we go. There we go. Did you see that? Oh, you saw that, didn't you? I know you did. Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do is just stir this just a tiny bit more. I'm going to leave it off and just like this for about a half an hour, and then we'll come back and show you the next step. That's the making of cheese right there. All righty. All right, back in a bit. Okay, I have moved to the sink, and I'm going to do something with this here that will help it drain the rest of the way. And I'm going to show you what that looks like here in just a minute. Okay, this is what I did. I took the cheesecloth, hung it over the sink. That's going to allow it to drain, and that's what we want. So this is going to sit here for a while I go have dinner. Back in a bit. Okay, so I took it off of the faucet. I have untied it, and this is what it's going to look like here after it's drained a bit. See, it's kind of a little bit put together, but you can see the curds in it. This is a small curd. So I'm going to take this and get this in my bowl and get it ready for the next step. Okay, I got it in a bowl, and what I'm going to do is just gently start flaking it apart. See how that's working out there pretty good? Very gently. And do this to all of it here. Look how pretty that looks. Oh yeah. Alright, I'm going to flip this over here so I can get the bottom here. Like I said, I'm just taking the fork and just gently pulling it apart. And I'm going to gently season it with a little bit of some sea salt. Just a little bit. I don't want it too salty. That's part of the reason why I don't buy them in the store. And then I'm going to add some heavy cream. Let me show you what that looks like. Okay, so I got the heavy cream here. I'm just going to pour a little bit on top. And this is to taste. And then we just gently fold it all in together. You don't want to fold it too heavy because then you'll end up with like a creamed cheese. But I'll probably add a little bit more and show you what looks like here as soon as I'm done. Oh, that back there, that's the leftover whey. We ended up with almost 3 quarts of whey that we can use for bread making sometime later. Okay, that's it. I've seasoned it. I've put a little bit of heavy whipping cream in there, probably only about a 1/4 cup at the most. The thing is, though, this is different than what you'll buy in the store. It has a different texture, different flavor, and you can salt it to your taste instead of having something so salty. This is great with fruit. My husband has already declared that he's going to have this with some kind of fruit on it here after a while. So I hope you enjoy. God bless.